This is TWiT.
This is our good friend Rich Woods, who works for Neowin.net.
Hey guys.
Hi. Thanks for coming on with us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we wanted to have Rich on because he got a really great scoop here at the show about some next generation Surface stuff coming.
Right. So they talked about the Surface Pro LTE at a couple different sessions. There was a hardware deep dive yesterday, and then there was a session this morning that was specifically for that device. But they're going to be releasing it on December 1st in a couple of different configurations, both with the Core i5, 4 gigs RAM, 8 gigs RAM, but that's it. There's not going to be a Core i7 model at all. And the reason for that is because the LTE modem is located where the fan would be, and the i5 model is fanless, and the i7 has a fan. Snapdragon X16 modem, gigabit. It's a gigabit modem, but it's only going to support 450 megabits per second download. And
wait, about the dongle.
The dongle.
Yeah, that's actually why you're here. We want to talk about the dongle.
Well,
tell the whole story though.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So there was another session about the USB-C dongle, and they were talking about how they're ready to start embracing USB Type-C. Yeah.
Right on the leading edge.
Right on the leading edge. And yeah, so they're they promised this dongle. I think was it back in May they said they were going to do it. And I think Panos kind of joked like, yeah, if you like dongles, there's USB-C. And it's meant for if you want to connect a USB-C dock to your Surface. It's still USB 3.1 Gen 1, so it's like 5 gigabits per second. And yeah, that's it for the it's coming later this year, which I think they already said.
No, you didn't tell the best part.
Was that he didn't bring it?
Yeah. So the guy doing the dongle session.
How full was this room?
Forgot to bring the dongle.
So it was so important.
So I couldn't actually see it.
It was so important that he just left it at home.
It'd be like if Mary Jo forgot she had a podcast today and you guys were all sitting here.
Yeah. Let me back up a little bit. So when we're breaking down the models, there's LTE, but it's only on the i5 version?
Yeah, just the 2 configurations of the i5.
Why would they put it on the i7?
Well, actually, that's the interesting part of this.
Yeah.
Well, there was the fan bit, but why? The real thing is why would they talk about this here? Isn't this what they're going to announce in October? So what's the speculation on that? Because we all have theories now. Right. Microsoft is holding an event in London.
It's really just another configuration of an existing product, right?
Right.
So do you think now that Panos Panay will actually get up on a stage and say, here's this thing we already talked about?
No, he won't say that.
But okay, but I mean,
Panos is
paraphrasing.
pumped. Panos is always pumped.
He's pumped. The manufacturing process is unbelievable. No one else makes nice things.
Yeah.
But do you think there's going to be some other announcement?
Now I'm wondering.
You think book 2? Is that what you're thinking?
No, not book 2.
No, I don't know. I don't think book 2, but I'm not. You have to wonder.
Yeah.
There's got to be a point.
No, what if? Let's play a guessing game.
That's always fun.
Let's all throw $20 on the table.
Okay. Right. A pure total guess, making this up. What if it is a Microsoft ARM-based device running?
That's an interesting thing.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That would be cool.
So, for example, if there was a Surface Pro with LTE that was an always connected PC running on ARM, that would be worth standing in front of.
That's what I kind of thought this was going to be until they announced it here.
Sure.
I was happy to see that it uses the X16 modem because we know these ARM PCs are coming with the Snapdragon 835, and those are all going to be gigabit. And I didn't know what the Intel ones were going to be like, so I was happy to see that they're doing this.
They're going to be terrible, is what they're going to be like.
Well, at least they're not using the Intel gigabit modems that don't even really exist yet.
Well, I confused him for about 15 minutes in the press room today. I won't go through the whole thing. I kind of babbled through my explanation of what I thought was happening. But I sort of think that the X16 is the modem that will be in these devices, whether they are Intel or, well, it's probably integrated in Snapdragon.
Right, it's integrated into the 835, yeah.
I thought that was my understanding.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there's they had one of these units there and there's no antenna lines on it at all. It's pretty cool. Right along the top edge of the device is replaced with plastic. And there you go. Just right on the side, you can see two little lines where the plastic meets the magnesium, but it's not like an iPad where you can see the antenna lines around the top. It's a pretty nice looking device.
Oh, rate limiting that modem, is that just a power thing?
I don't know. They tried to break that down by saying that you don't really need gigabit speeds
because 450 megabits is enough.
Yeah. So they said, well, with Netflix, if you look on Netflix's site and you say it says how much speed you need to stream 4K, and it's 25 megabits per second. So what does anyone really need a gigabit for?
Because you're downloading an insider build while you're watching.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait. So they didn't explain it any further than that. It was just like, oh, yeah, and this is better, that you only get half the speed that this could actually do.
Well, they did kind of say that if they need to, they can flip a switch and support gigabit. So. Yeah.
Okay, but
that just raises more questions.
It does.
What, is it a heat problem or it's strange?
They didn't really go too deep into it, but they also mentioned that current network speeds are 50 megabits per second. They really went in on how we don't need gigabit, just like USB-C.
I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah. Anyone asking for that is a jerk.
Yeah.
But here's a dongle, jerk. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I mean, if the mobile networks can't do anything more than 50 megabit per second, then it won't hurt if you enable the full speed on the modem itself. Again, the only thing I can come back to is it's power or heat. And maybe that's why you don't see it on the i7 configuration.
Doesn't wireless bandwidth seem lossy? I mean, when you get some kind of a rating on a wire, it seems like you're getting that thing. But with wireless, I don't ever feel confident that that's what it really is.
Yeah. Oh.
Like if it could just be doubled by the flipping of a switch, wouldn't you want that?
Yeah, you would, but I just they implied that they're gonna do it when we can really take advantage. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's going to support 20 different LTE bands, not T-Mobile's new 600 megahertz band. They actually said that on stage.
Grumble.
They said it'll work on all. This is a good one because they said it'll work on all LTE networks, but it has to be certified. So, in other words, if it's not certified on AT&T and T-Mobile, it'll just work because AT&T and T-Mobile just let you plug in devices. If it's a carrier where you do have to be certified, it would have to be certified.
So it will work on all LTE networks except the networks it doesn't work on.
Yes.
Okay, good. That's good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
Now, it was just those Surfaces. No Surface Pro Studio, no Surface Book.
Nope. They would not talk about anything anything that hasn't been released or is coming. Standard Surface stuff.
You tried. You flipped your badge, right?
I tried.
So you pretended you weren't the press. Good job.
Yeah.
No.
You're going to go far, Rich.